Good afternoon. How is everybody doing? How many of you actually have wearables on right now? Some sort of wearable. That's a lot. You know, wearables, when we think about where we are and where we will be, has actually come a long, long way. So, very quickly, when we think about wearables, and what I do with wearables, is a sense of understanding that when it comes to designing wearables, it's just not a technology. That we as designers actually have to use a little bit of inspiration from our everyday lives. For me, that inspiration comes from reading fiction and science fiction and understanding that the potential of wearables is actually to elevate the human experience. And that human experience could be something as simple as putting a wristwatch on your wrist to give you superhuman powers. And so, how many of you would like to have superhuman powers? Anybody? Me too. So, I am a believer in magic, and that magic for me is understanding that it is our responsibility as designers to create enchanting experiences. And in order to do that, we have an opportunity with wearables and sensors. One of my favorite fashion designers happens to be Oscar de la Renta. And he once said that fashion is about dressing according to what is fashionable. But style is more about being yourself. Being yourself in a world of data where we leave fingerprints across the earth all the time, really trails of ourself, if you think about it that way. And when you collide that with fashion and clothing, what that does is actually elevate the fashion experience. And so, if you think about our clothing, it has always been a second skin. That second skin has produced information around who we are and the places and needs of what we want to be and what we want to be perceived as. So, the reality is around this second skin is that one of the things that we are seeing come closer and closer and closer is the fact that it is a personal piece of data, right? So for those of us that are wearing, we are emulating data all the time. And when you think about how far we have come, we have actually gone from the early 1990s, where wearables were haute couture, right, for the digerati. I mean, wearables didn't just come on the scene or explode at CES this past year. It is something that has been growing and growing and growing since the 1990s. But open hardware, mass manufacturing, and the quantified self-movement has made wearables ready to wear and taken us into a new category. And it is having profound impact on businesses and industry. So it isn't just your personal self and the quantified self. Now you have to understand that when you are in wearables, you are in connected spaces. And it is impacting entertainment, health and wellness, security and access, financial services, fashion, and retail. So today, what I'm going to share with you is the impact of how wearables has come to these categories, beginning with entertainment. I want you to think about for a second what it meant to just go to a movie theater, 5 or 6 years ago, and understand that how is wearables possibly impacting the entertainment industry? Well, for Disney, it's using wearables to bring magic back to the Magic Kingdom. And so this fantastic band that is being touted as kind of next generation ticket is also a payment system and also has the potential to unlock your door and serve as a jump the line function for those that are wearing them within the park. When we look at what's going on with Avant Glyph, I want you to think about this as less of virtual reality and more of bringing the wearable in front of your face. If you look at it, it actually looks like headphones and you've dropped them over your eyes. But what that does is brings the HD movie closer to you. And it brings it to you in a way that you've never seen before, in a way that